Yo, 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 what's up? It's your boy Cole Mize, and if you are seeing this, then that means that you're subscribed to my mailing list because that's the only place that this will be available. This is just for the people on my mailing list. It's my way of saying thank you so much for rocking out with me, and I always want to be trying to give back as much value as possible on a consistent basis. And today I just wanted to share with you a quick little tip that you can apply to your music as you work on it. So the concept is this. Think of music in 4-bar sections, okay? So if you've done your ear training and stuff and you're able to count beats, then you know there's 4 beats in a bar, right? So for every 4 beats, that's 1 bar. So if you think about a verse, for an example, a verse is 16 bars, which is 4-bar sections, okay? So if you want your verses to really stand out and pop, start thinking about working on your verses in 4-bar sections and creating patterns that are 4 bars in length. And the theory or the concept behind this, or the understanding behind it, is this. Is if you've read my book, The Number One Fundamental to Rapping, then you know that the number one fundamental is create dynamics and create them as often as possible. So what makes something so entertaining is that you create stuff that people can follow along with long enough so they can make sense of it, digest it, consume it, but then you keep switching stuff up. So it keeps them guessing and it keeps them on their toes and it keeps their ears just perked up like, oh, that was interesting, something changed. So the 4-bar method, think about creating rhyme schemes for 4 bars and then changing your rhyme scheme after that for the next following 4 bars. Think about creating cadence patterns for 4-bar sections at a time. And you can create, you could either keep your same cadence for those 4 bars, or what you can do is kind of create a cadence scheme within that. So let's say bar number 1 and bar number 2, their cadences are slightly different, and then you do the same exact pattern for bar 3 and 4. So for an example, you'll have the same cadence for bar 1 as you have for bar 3, and the same cadence is for bar 2 is for bar 4. They don't have to be drastically different. You can just do something slightly different. And you do that, that's still creating a pattern within that 4-bar section, and then you switch it again the next 4 bars. So this also applies to like when you're wanting to study other rappers. So if you're just trying to study another rapper and you're listening to the whole song, then that can be kind of overwhelming, and you may not be able to make much sense of a lot of the information you're getting because there's so much musical information within that. So maybe focus on 4 bars. Focus on what they're doing for 4 bars. How do they, let's say the beginning of the verse, how do they begin the bar? Do they start on the first beat? Do they lead into the first beat? Or do they pause on the first beat and lead into the second beat? Or maybe they pause for the first and the second beat and they lead into the third beat. That happens sometimes. Focusing on what they're doing for 4 bars at a time, and then go back to the song you're working on and mimic their cadences or what they're doing for 4-bar sections at a time. I found that 4-bar sections are just good chunks to work with because it's not too small and it's not too big. It's kind of an even medium. And even with recording, you can focus on recording 4 bars at a time and get those perfect. That way, you can focus on getting your delivery just how you want it, and your timing, and make sure everything is just super smooth. And, if you think about it like that, once again, there's 4-bar sections within a verse. It's just an easy way to kind of consume stuff. So anyways, that's my 4-bar theory. So much stuff in music is done in 4s, 4 beats in a bar. Like I said, there's 4-bar sections in a verse, and so many things are done in those type of numbers. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're working on your songs and experiment with it, see what happens. So anyways, that's what I have for you today. I hope your week is going awesome, and keep on putting in the work, keep on putting in the hours of practice, and you will see the results. So again, if you have any questions or whatever, feel free to shoot me an email and I'll respond back to you as promptly as possible. This is Cole Mize, and keep up the good work. That's all I got to say. That's all I got for you. I'm just rambling at this point. So I'm going to get on out of here. About to jump back into the studio and get on to some mixing and stuff. So we'll holler at y'all later. And remember, when it comes to rapping, there's no rules. There's only techniques. Peace.